Welcome to this Allen International e-learning related to customs classification. This training will cover only limited information relating to the codification system used for goods classification and provide only a simplified view of it. If you were to work directly on goods classification, we would recommend reviewing our additional related material or other further advanced training and courses. In this module, before we talk about customs classification and to help with a full understanding, we will first briefly introduce customs and customs clearance. Then we will introduce the internationally used Harmonized System, HS in short, its purpose, structure, and the composition logic of the HS codes. Using an example, we will demonstrate some countries' codification differences, and then we will look at the Harmonized Tariff Schedule of the United States, HTS in short, as an example of a country-specific customs classification system. Finally, we will also look at the Schedule B to explain the difference which may exist between an import classification system and an export one. Let's start by talking about customs and what it is.
Customs is an authority or an agency responsible for controlling the flow of goods in and out of a country. All goods, while moving across a country or a territorial borders outside of a customs union territory, must be cleared and a potential duty should be paid. A customs clearance is the process of passing goods through customs. The goods are classified and the tariff or tax to be paid is calculated. This tax or tariff is called customs duty and is typically related to imported goods rather than to the exported ones. For the import and export of goods, each country has its own laws and regulations enforced by customs. These regulations impose usage of various official documents. It could be commonly used worldwide or country or region-specific ones. All traded products moving across country borders must follow the adequate customs process dictated by the concerned countries or customs union and must be accompanied by the required documents. Certain documents used in specific situations allow a reduction or exemption of these duties, for example, Certificate of Origin, UR1 or ATA Carnet. Or they simplify the customs procedures, for example the TIR Carnet. Once the goods are cleared, they can enter or leave the country. The commercial goods, before they are customs cleared, may be held in a customs area, which is also called customs or bonded warehouse or bonded store. All authorized ports and airports are recognized customs areas. Other terms we would like to mention is a free trade area, which is a region representing a group of countries agreeing to reduce or to remove trade barriers, duties and quotas between themselves. Probably the most famous one is defined by NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement. Another term is customs union, which is a free trade area whose participants have also agreed to common external tariffs and trade policies. Worldwide, there are several customs unions. One of them is, for example, European Union. And then a customs territory, which is a geographic territory that can be represented by one single country or by a group of countries participating in one customs union and having uniform customs regulations.
This module will provide more details related to the goods classification part of the customs clearance process.
The customs clearance process involves preparation and submission of documentation required to facilitate imports into or export out of the country.
It also involves, as we will see in the following slide, the need to correctly classify your goods in function of the national or imported goods classification system of the country to which you are importing, and most likely also in function of the export classification system of the country from which you are exporting.
Any importer or exporter may, or in some countries should, use a specialized agent, customs broker, which will represent him in dealings with customs authorities, notably in the process of clearing the goods through customs. A customs broker or a specialized agent is a licensed individual or a company with an appropriate expertise in the area of import and export, which concerns the procedures, goods classification, taxes and duties valuation, and documentary requirements. Obtaining a brokerage license depends on each country's laws and customs regulations. A customs broker can also act as a freight forwarder, or a freight forwarder can act as a customs broker as long as he holds the appropriate licenses for the concerned countries.
Now that you are somewhat familiar with what customs is and the customs clearance process, we will move on to the main topic of this training, the classification of goods for customs purposes as per the internationally used Harmonized System.